Oh, monkey butt Cam's got to put that. There we go. And my monkey butt's not even there. She's on the floor. Oh no. Okay, here we go. It's happening. Hello, everybody. What's happening? Well, the news keeps newsing. We're still seeing like we're doing a giant build-up for war in Venezuela. They blew up a third boat today. Still no evidence of drugs in any of the boats they've blown up offshore of Venezuela. They're not claiming they're all terrorists. It's... Anywho, Pam Bondi now says anybody who criticized Charlie Kirk is considered hate speech, and she's going to send the full power and weight of the Department of Justice after you. VP Vance hosted Charlie Kirk's podcast and basically reiterated the same thing. The FBI released a transcript supposedly of communications between Robinson, the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk, and his roommate, who now apparently isn't trans anymore, but now they're just like bisexuals in a relationship. The transcript is... it is really not very believable. So poorly written. I might show it on to you guys later. I don't know if you ever played like a crappy video game that's been translated from another language, and they just kind of use phrases that just aren't normal. That's what it reads like. It reads like a poor translation of like a Spanish video game or something. It like conveniently like, oh, I didn't leave a trace. There's no evidence whatsoever except for this entire conversation where I detailed the whole timeline to you in one page. It's really, really poorly written. I can't imagine two supposed men in a relationship writing like that to each other. It feels like, to me, if you've ever organized a class or taught, and you know what a rubric is, right? Rubrics it's more of a modern teaching format to see sort of like check off boxes as to what you expect to get out of an assignment, right? From the student. It seems like somebody at the FBI had to check off a rubric to make sure that they included every single point they need to make for motive, method, timeline, etc., and confession, all in one concise, perfect page. Like it's some sort of like creative writing assignment that was done really poorly. That's what it reads like. And Ken Klippenstein had an article came out today that showed that Robinson was not a leftist, as claimed by the FBI. He talked with the friends. He got full transcripts of communications with them. The dude wasn't a leftist. He watched Fox News, etc. Yeah, so there's that. It really seems like the Trump administration is trying to use this as their Reichstag fire. Like they're trying to like package Kirk up as this martyr, and most people just can't get themselves to care enough. There's the folks who do care. I won't deny them, but I just don't think most people in America really care that much. And like, you know, the retaliatory actions by the administration are kind of crazy. Like, you have Kilmeade on Fox News saying that we should euthanize every homeless person in America. Lethal injection, just get rid of them, right? You know, totally normal talk from a human being. And he issues an apology, and that's it. Then we have the head editor of opinions at the Washington Post put a word for word Charlie Kirk quote up. No context, just the quote, right? And she gets fired for reposting Charlie Kirk's own words. So it's kind of amazing. You show these Charlie Kirk fans things that Charlie Kirk says, and they are horrified that you would show them that. Not that he said these things. They will ignore the fact that he's the one who said these things, but they're more mad at you for showing them the stuff Charlie Kirk says than anything else. So I will. I'm really hoping we can like move on from this. Oh, I didn't put in the intro. The judge in New York basically tossed the first-degree murder and the terrorism charges against Luigi Mangione. It appears as though the government's case against him is really crumbling apart. There's been no ruling yet on all the evidence that will likely be thrown out because it was gathered without warrant and before Luigi was ever read his rights. So there's a chance that there's a chance that a lot of evidence be tossed. So the government's case could be really bad for Luigi Mangione. It looks like they fucked that up. And they may have fucked up the case against Robinson here as well with all the stuff they threw out there and the things they're making up. Just man, he says, Super Chat, sent you a video of a 22-year-old reading that fake transcript written by the FBI boomers. Oh, okay, we'll play that in a sec. And I will do the intro, and then we will do that guy.
Houston, we have a problem.
Sorry, I gotta get to my messages here, see what Julius sent me. There we go. Okay. All right. We'll get ourselves a nice reaction video out of this one. Oh, gotta turn off the intro, ding dong. Intro off. Okay. All right. That's there. That's there. Go here. Put on the thing so I can hear, right? Whoop. That's up. Click. Where's my stupid? There's my volume. Okay. All right. So scene. Oh no, Google Earth off. Chrome. There we go. Nope, that is not at all. Nope. There we go. All right. Done. That's up. Make that big.
Prosecutors have released what they claim is a conversation between Tyler Robinson, the guy who shot Charlie Kirk, and his trans roommate, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever they're calling this person. And I just need you guys to see it because there is nothing about this transcript that looks real to me, especially just the syntax, the way that they're speaking. I don't know a single 22-year-old who talks like this or types like this on the internet, and I just need you guys to look at it. I'm just gonna read this out loud to you guys. Robinson, I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. Roommate, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson, I am. I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again, hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson, remember how I was engraving bullets? The effing messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge, ooh-woo, on Fox New, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm gonna have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine. I don't know. I think that was a $2,000 scope emoji. Robinson, delete this exchange. Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty die-hard MAGA. I'm gonna turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. You are all I worry about, love. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Now, there's no way that this is a real text exchange between these two guys. I've never, ever seen 22-year-olds, especially groypers, talk like this with each other on the internet. So either it's fake or it was transcribed from something else and someone took liberties with the syntax to make it more readable. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think.
I have to agree. It doesn't seem plausible at all. Has anyone ever written like that? Like, yeah. Doesn't seem very plausible. Turn that one off. Ding dong. I made it one whole day with that double intro. Okay. Well,
prosecutors have released.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, it just doesn't seem like a very plausible.
Is a conversation between Tyler Robinson, the guy who shot Charlie Kirk, and
why are you playing? Don't do that. Close. Doesn't seem like a very plausible script. Like, if you were writing for a Netflix series and you presented a script like that, your producers would be like, no, do it again. Talk to an actual 22-year-old and do it again. My love, what? No one says that. Anyway, okay. What was I supposed to talk about? Did we talk about Luigi Maggioni? Getting the terrorism and the first degree murder charges dropped. I do think that there's something coming with evidence and what evidence will be allowed to be presented to the jury, which I think a lot of it will probably get thrown out, including like the manifesto and everything was found in the backpack, which may really screw the prosecutors on that one. And then you have a whole bunch of jury selection, which is going to be brutal because everyone's going to be like, oh no, he didn't do it. Or I like what he did. And so it's going to be really hard to find people who are would be willing to consider all the evidence. If you're in the jury pool, if you're in New York and you're in the jury pool for this one, and you get brought up there, just say what you have to say to get on the jury, and then you can do jury nullification. So do that. That's my advice to you. Like, but did I forget anything? No. Oh, so you guys send me packages. Every once in a while, I get something from you folks, and they're usually full of cool shirts and whatnot. And then I was told, Houston, why aren't you opening the packages on your show? I was like, I didn't really think about that. So I got two. I got one from Andrew Stewart and one from Michael Mystery. I'm not sure which one's which here. What do you got? Oh, it's the Andrew Stewart one. The little guy from Andrew Stewart here. Shall I? Do you want me to do a box opening on the show? More people have like box openings. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna open some boxes here and see what we got. So Andrew Stewart sent me something. He said he packaged this a while ago and then just kept not making it to the store to ship it, which is exactly where all my stupid packages they're supposed to send all of you guys are. You get paid, monkeys, so they can just have somebody just ship all that crap for me. And he said there's an envelope on the side of this thing, so I gotta make sure I get that right. So, oh my goodness, would you look at these shiny shirts, man. Shiny shirts. These are fantastic. Oh my god. This is the most douchey shirt. It is amazing. Look at that. Shiny Shirt Week. Oh, that needs a wash. that is spectacular. Oh my god, look at the paisleys on this sucker. Woo! And the pearl snaps. This is wonderful, right, Monkey? Is it? I'm opening boxes. Things are gonna be treats. And more shiny shirt. This one's hard to see because it's got the shine in. The plaid here. It's also pearl snaps. The cowboy shirts are delicious. Holy smokes! What are you? Another cowboy shirt? You're like a Smurf exploded. Oh my goodness! Look at these things. I'm cowboy shirted up, Monkey. Whoa! This one, I was like, oh, that's pretty boring. Honk! What is this? It is wild horses. It's like running through a river with the pearl snaps. Andrew Stewart, you've outdone yourself. And then, oh my god. Wow. These don't need to be washed, but look at that. Look at this monstrosity. It's even textured. You guys can't feel it, but it's like velvet. So all the black is velvet on this sucker. Look at that. Not pearl snaps, but it looks like it's got like little Mercedes symbols. This is your Armenian boyfriend's date shirt right here. This is incredible. Oh my, Andrew Stewart, you've outdone yourself. That is magnificent. This was the envelope on the side here. It says Houston. I don't want to cut the envelope. I want to cut around the envelope. So, is that the edge of the envelope there? That must be the edge of the envelope there. Okay. And then there's the edge of the envelope. There we go. Yeah. Come on, cut. Come on, cut, you little stinker. There we go. Okay. All right. I don't know. Is it personal? When I moved, I don't know what I did with all of the Houston with Problem stickers. I still have those somewhere, and I'll have to do something about that. But oh my goodness, this is a long letter. Okay, Andrew, I'm not going to read it on air, but I will put it right here so I can read it when the show's over, and get that out of the way. Monkey, pardon me. Okay, so this one is from Mr. Michael, and a Michael mystery. Oh, watch out, Monkey. And it weighs like 50 pounds. Holy smokes. Is it an entire chicken fryer? What is this thing? Chefman Exact Temp Oven Air. Oh my god, cat, shut up. One sec, cat's yelling. What do you want? I'm doing things. Doing things, cat. Alright, let's see if we can open this guy. There's a lot of tape on the sucker. I think my scissors have become dull. I can't cut tape anymore. Come on, man. Dang it, cat. You are beyond annoying. Okay. There, that part's open. Can I? Monkey butt, what do you think? Is that? That's gotta cut there, right? Oh my goodness! So much tape. Watch your nose. Watch your little nose, dog. There's that side. Chaos! I get it. I got it. Ow, that's my finger. We got it, Monkey. This thing, I think, might have things for you. Oh my gosh, it's got things for you. Cat! Quit being a monster. Stop it. The mayhem quotient is getting too high, kitty. Mayhem quotient. looks like it's entirely treats for monkey butt. We've got jerky treats. We've got Costco milk bone treats. We've got pig's ears. We've got pig's ears. Holy smokes. We've got more jerky treats. Dude! There's like more treats than I got space for stuff. Okay. So, I'll put that there. Oh, shit. I'll put that there. Pig ears central. Oh my goodness. Jerky. Jerky? This one's the easiest. It's in my hand already. Want one of those? Yeah? Your little face right there? There you go. How about another one? One more for you, monster. Because we got so much, I might as well just fatten you up, right? Yeah, I get that. And kitty cat, would you like to try one of these? Meow. Want to try that? Will he actually eat something from me? That's what he does. He just smells it, and then he doesn't actually do anything about it. Oh, I could eat it. You're just gonna sit there. See, all I care about is drugs. You're an addict, like a skinny little meth head who's foregoing meals to get your drugs instead. So here, doofus. Whoop. Yeah, just put drugs down. You can do what you will with that. Get high, whatever. There's also a whole bunch of stuff in here. There's things for my lab in the garage. There's funnels. That's fantastic. There's... I don't know what that is. Monkey, what is this? Is this like a massage roller? I don't know what you are. Do I do like sit-ups or ab crunches with it? Looks like a massage roller. Yeah. All right. We've got shirts galore. Oh my goodness. Got ourselves another Van Heusen. Oh, we got another shirt there. We got a shirt here. It looks like a, oh my goodness, look like this thing is cowboy up. This is a nice winter one. Outdoor exchange. Another pearl snaps. Excellent. Shirts galore, monkey. I am never going to run out of shirts. I will be able to wear a different shirt every day of my life. Another cowboy shirt. Jeez, my knees. The Western Aloha, so it's a Hawaiian cowboy shirt. Oh, it's Parker Ranch one. Oh, it's from Parker Ranch. It's official Parker Ranch Hawaiian shirt. Dang, brother. And then, I don't know, what, are you a shirt? You're a shirt, like a golf shirt. Fantastic. All right, and then it gets deeper. Oh my gosh. There's a shiny shirt. There's more. Oh my, dude, it just keeps going. This is grotesque and amazing. Holy, you guys are, I need another closet. I have 4 closets. I need to find another one at this point. It's got some cool African print on this. This is awesome. Might be a little small, but if I wear it on stream, you can't see my waist. That's okay. Okay, we have Over America in High Definition, The Mammoth Site DVD, wigs. If someone's thinking of a Halloween costume ready, Miss You Hair. It's a red wig of some kind. Looks like rocker costume. Is it? Oh, it's like an Elvis. I think it's an Elvis costume. Excellent. That could be sexy Elvis for Halloween. Oh my goodness, we got puzzles for my mom. They send lots of puzzles for my mom. This is one thing that is amazing about Michael Mystery and other Houston. Is puzzles for my mom. We got Some Old Lady by the Fire. We got Yosemite, right? We got Dick's Drive-In steer. So this is the cows you eat when you go to Dick's Drive-In in Seattle. We got another Yosemite redwood forest. We got some fashionable ladies. We got a tiger face. We got some sort of stream that looks like one of those. What's the name of that guy? The one that was like super Christian and then was busted like after he died on his mistress. Can't remember that guy's name. Holy smokes. There's another wig. I have enough Halloween costume stuff for years. Some sort of other wig in here. We got some news from the islands. I got. What are you? Oh, this is a hoof for the dog to eat. Excellent. You are printed dragon with wings? I don't know. Don't even know. And nuclear radiation. Oh, a Geiger counter. That's cool, because I can't find my Geiger counter. I think I lost it when I flipped my truck, and I have no idea where it is. And a desert gold finding book. Did I get it all? I'll have to go through the news articles there down here. But my mom's going to be stoked. I have to put these up to the side. Remember to bring them to her next time I go to her house, which is probably tomorrow. All right, unboxing achieved. Thank you, gentlemen. These shirt choices are just fantastic. And now I have to clear space. I'll put all these in the laundry. There we go. Watch out, monkey. And I'll put this over here. It's like Christmas morning with shirts. All right. Oh, then Hazel says, "Wow, just like Christmas." Cat, you're high and your butt is on my. Don't attack me. I need my mouse. There we go. Okay, that's out of the way. We didn't talk about GME yet. We should have done that. GameStop is doing its thing. It seems like there is pressure to buy, so the price is going up. At the rate it's going up, we can expect perhaps that... what the hell just happened here? No, you go over there. That's where you go. We can expect that it might hit $32 by the time the data record comes around or distribution comes around. There is a Korean broker that's announced they're going to liquidate all short positions on GameStop by the 30th. So there is going to be some money changing hands here. We're up to $26.34. So we've climbed basically $4 in the last week on GameStop, just based off of this. So if we climb another $4, we're at 30 and change in another week, and then we're not too far from distribution on October 3rd. So you were high and you were chewing on me. You were high and you were chewing on me. Ow! Let go. Ow! Fuck! Ow! You little shit. You were so high right now. You were unfreakingly high. Yes, you were. Okay, I'll let go. Let me do my job. Don't you do it. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. So let's look now at what the options chain is doing, and the options. So these are the 32s looked at yesterday, and these were 280. They're now up to 320. So they're up 40 cents. So I would expect a warrant if the warrants get distributed at this price at $26. I would expect a single warrant to be worth probably $320, maybe a little more for one of those. Because remember, they represent one share, and the price of these contracts are per share. So this contract is $320 because 100 shares in a contract. So I would expect that. I think what my plan is, I'm going to keep the shares I have, and any capital I have when the distribution happens, I'll receive 200 and something warrants. But I think I'm going to take whatever capital I have, and I'm going to buy as many warrants as I possibly can. Because it's a cheap way to basically collect a share and get the profit off that share. And you can get more of them than you can actually get shares. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to take a couple of grand, buy as many of these as I can. If I can get a couple hundred of them, cool. Then I can I might be able to double my amount of warrants I have in the end, and then basically enjoy whatever price squeeze happens from that. So, yeah. Bill Coin's got super chat in there. Bill Coin. Peter Zinhan posted a video yesterday just short of a call to arms, military in our cities, trouble ahead. Oh yeah. I mean, Trump realized that he can't get the National Guard anymore into blue cities because the mayors are going to put up a fight. They're like, fuck you. That's not happening. You try Chicago. Chicago is like, let's fight. And you realize that's not going to be good optics. So now they're going into Memphis. They're going into Memphis because Memphis is a blue city in a red state. And that governor's like, let's ruin the lives of our citizens. So they're moving in there. And just like in D.C., they're not going to go to the troubled neighborhoods in Memphis. They're going to go to like the financial district and the business district and the white neighborhoods, and they're going to go stand around and they're going to pick up trash. Meanwhile, in the troubled neighborhoods, nothing's going to change because, you know, those federal agents are scared of those people, and that's going to be that. And they're going to claim it's a big giant success. We have a lot of economic whoopsies going on, right? We've got problems where imports are down, exports are down, manufacturing is down, agriculture is down. There's a lot of problems going on, and what I'm seeing now is people that should be in the workforce are currently not in the workforce, so productivity is going down because of National Guard deployments. We're taking, in certain states, we're taking hundreds or thousands of workers, and we're removing them from their jobs so they can go pick up trash in Washington, D.C., or sleep on a floor in LA, or head to Memphis to go stand around. Making everybody do military crap rather than like produce for the country is another great way to slow down your economy. So we got that going for us. Yay. So, oh crap, I forgot to do the multi-stream. So if you are on Twitch, totally forgot to look and see what you got. And then for some reason, multi-stream does not collect anything until it's new. So, all right. J-Dog first. J-Bear second. J-Dog, go Mariners. Mariners, 9 in a row. So, sole position of first place. Someone paid a lot of money to an Etsy witch to take the curse off the Mariners, and they have not lost a game since. Coincidentally, the same day the Mariners had their curse lifted is the same day Jezebel put a curse through an Etsy witch on Charlie Kirk. So maybe those Etsy witches, I'm not one for new age woo-woo, hocus pocus spiritual stuff, but yeah, that's a you got some sort of correlation going on with two of those guys. Polestar's over there on Twitch side. I see ya. Yeah. Anyway, Judas Mammy said, oh, like a crypto says last. Judas Mammy says the First Amendment is dying while the Second Amendment is killing us. Kind of poetic, in a way. Polestar, Polestar in 2025. I don't know what that means. Reverend Durf, we lost Robert Redford today. Favorite movie of his? Ooh. This might be a weird one. Came out maybe 35 years ago. Sneakers. I really liked Sneakers. It was kind of like a whodunit caper film, but I don't know, a little smarter pace. I thought it was a really good movie. A lot of people are gonna say noted for like Butch Cassidy and a Kid, or The Natural, baseball player. I like that movie. All the President's Men. Did lots of good little cowboy movies back in the day. I'm gonna go with Sneakers. I like Sneakers. I think it's a good movie. I think the rewatchability is fantastic, and so that's my choice. Might be a little off the wall for some folks, but I don't know. Also, if you don't properly mourn Robert Redford's death, you're gonna be put on a giant list, and you're gonna lose your job and your passport, and then thrown in prison. Just so you know. So if you don't properly mourn the death of Robert Redford, essentially you are forfeiting your freedom, and we're going to put you in the camps. So make sure that you are out at a Robert Redford vigil tonight. If we don't see you there, there's going to be an empty checkbox next to your name, and that's going to spell trouble for you. So be sure to make yourself known that you are mourning Robert Redford at this moment. Because if you don't, President Redford, remember, Robert Redford's president in the Watchmen universe. So you put the flags. The flags can't be at half staff for Charlie Kirk. They now got to be at quarter staff. You got to half it again, as if we are a number series, and bring it down one more for Robert Redford. And if somebody else dies, you're going to half that again until basically you are within fractions of a unit of measurement from the ground. So, yes. There you go. Murphy Studios, what did that one? GDC, 2 lynchings in Mississippi yesterday, Cleveland, Mississippi, and Vicksburg, Mississippi. Thanks, Trump. Yeah, and the police are like, oh, there's no foul play. Yeah, it's just when waves of young black men are all of a sudden just, it's a fad, really. They just want to hang themselves from trees, and there's no foul play at all. It's just like, what? It's just cool. It's just hip. They're just following the latest fashion trends. No, it's bullshit. 2 men were murdered in Mississippi, and the law enforcement won't do anything about it, which is the entire reason why we had things like the Voting Rights Act and federal oversight of law enforcement in a lot of these places after the Civil Rights Act, was because they can't be trusted, and a whole bunch of them are just KKK people. I mean, basically, the cops in their KKK outfits just lynched 2 men and then investigated themselves and said there's nothing going on. That's basically what we can guarantee there. Polestar. The new things coming out with text messages and such with CK's killer are wild, almost seem fake. Yogi 2012. Can't wait for my money to be clear tomorrow for a DGen options play in GME. Nice. J-Dog. Good night for the Northern Lights tonight. Well, we have very clear skies. It is like 85 degrees outside. It is very lovely right now. Absolutely just downright balmy. So maybe we'll go. Yeah, you just passed out. You just drug-induced coma right there, buddy. Went from fighting me to just passed out. That's what I like. J-Dog, Tesla call options making rich richer. Yeah. Polestar terror charges drop for Luigi case. Yep. Turkish. Time to feed monkey butt while scratch the fat cat's butt. Well, monkey got her fed. Scratch fat cat. Oh yeah. Oh, now you wake up and you start chewing yourself the minute I scratch on you. Yeah. Oh, tongue's out. Look at that little turd. Can't even see him. He's just a dark little ball of night right there. That's why the coyotes can't get him, because he just blends into everything at night. Money Magnet. Jake's new BBYQ date 9/23. I would love for that to be the case. I will hope for it. But I also will totally understand if nothing happens. It would be very, very wise. If GME is doing this merger of some kind, they got this dividend coming out with the warrants, it would be very, 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 very wise to do a payout before the date of record on the 3rd. Right? Think about this. If you're an acquiring, if you're the acquirer in a merger like this, and you're doing it for the Knowles, and you have to give all the old shareholders shares in the acquiring company, meaning shares in GameStop to all of the holders of Bed Bath & Beyond's dead stock, right? And your date of record for the dividend is the 3rd. Well, don't you want all those folks to get warrants too? You make it something like the 23rd, right? All of a sudden, boom, everybody gets that in their accounts. After a couple days after that, maybe cash in their accounts as well. And then on the 3rd, they're all recorded holders of GameStop, right? So they all get their 1 for 10 warrants. And then it goes from 59 million warrants to who knows what the number of, it might be another 10 million if it's 100 million. It might be another 70 million if it's the 700 million. Who knows? But the warrants will be out there and they'll be insane. And everyone will have cash on the Bed Bath & Beyond side, so they can just buy up all the extra warrants and call options and shares and everything else. So why not do that? If I'm being diabolical, that's totally what I do. But, that's just me. Fat cat. What do you think? Polestar really ramping up Project 2025. Guess they want to complete it before 2026. Good luck, USA. yeah, the authoritarianism is getting out of control, and I don't see how honestly we're gonna bounce back from it. I fully expect if I don't get paid out that I'll end up in the camps somewhere before this is all over, because I won't really have the finances to get out. I mean, I might, if worse comes to worse, I may have to sell everything I have, everything in every account, take the tax hits, all that stuff, and then I can escape somewhere. But I don't want to have to do that because it's not quite the point where I can live for very long somewhere else. I can get there. I might be able to spend a few months hoping to get asylum or whatever. But I don't see the thriving potential yet in being a refugee. So, yeah, but they're definitely trying to accelerate this entire authoritarian gambit that they're going for. Yeah. So Where to Wander says, get to another country and claim asylum. That's my plan. Yeah, and there's currently a bill in Congress right now to give Secretary of State Marco Rubio the power to revoke your passport if they don't like your speech. So if you didn't sell it, if you didn't mourn Charlie Kirk enough, they'll be able to go and revoke your passport, so you won't be able to get to another country easily. You get to the airport, like, sorry, bro, can't get on the plane. Your passport's expired. So you may have to do it underground, like the reverse El Norte, and climb over the fence into Mexico, or sail a boat into Canada, or cross through the woods into Alberta or something. So, meh. Polestar vid showing Nick Fuentes almost threatening Charlie Kirk, saying he has people that are shooters as part of the Groypers. Oh yeah, tons of videos coming out from Nick Fuentes's videos all about all this stuff. That's why Nick on Friday was like, "Ooh," because everyone on 4chan was like, "This one of ours," and he was like panicking. He's like, no violence, don't if you're thinking about, don't do it. So yeah, he's definitely still worried. J-Dog says Last Castle and Sneakers. Oh, Last Castle is a good one too. That's the one where he plays a general who gets stuck in a military prison. Yeah, that's a good one. And Sneakers. Yeah, I remember watching. I watched Sneakers as a kid. When did Sneakers come out? Like 93? 92? Sneakers movie. 1992. So I was maybe 11 years old when it came out. 10 or 11 years old. And it stuck with me. Like, it's kind of a slow burn caper film, and it's just really good. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, it's a good film. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It'll please you. All right. Chris Taylor, hi there. Kelly Reed, Trump wants a 6-month basis reporting instead of quarterly reports. There's a million reasons to fear the direction leadership in the U.S. is going, and not just at the presidential level. Conservatism seems to have made an enemy over measuring the state of things. If they suspect the outcome might have bad optics, Trump sees America like a business. Keep it propped up long enough to siphon out the wealth and then abandon it while it collapses. Yes. If you see anybody defending the 6-month reporting on this stuff, you have my permission to call him the dumbest motherfucker on the internet. Quarterly reporting is a pain in the ass. No doubt about it. It's a pain in the ass. It's inefficient. But why is it a pain in the ass and why is it inefficient? Because if we don't do it, we don't have accurate numbers for how our investments are going. There's no metrics for which people can base their investments on. And you do it because it is a pain in the ass, and it forces companies to open their books and be beholden to their shareholders. And it hides, for the most part, keeps for the most part, a lot of unscrupulous book juking. If you got 6 months to figure out how to juke the stats, You got plenty of time to pull the wool over the eyes of all sorts of investors in that time. So no, inefficiency is the way it should go. Inefficiency is the name of the game in that respect. Just get a competent CFO and go from there. Oh shoot, I missed super chats. I'm sorry. Where to wander? I've been out of the loop for a while. Can you explain what a warrant is and how it pertains to GME? Also, how would you recession-proof a small company? A warrant is basically an options contract on a single share. It has a strike price and an expiration date. And if you receive one and the price never hits the strike price, the price stock's here, the strike price here, you can never exercise it and it will expire worthless. If it goes above that strike price, right, then the warrant becomes valuable. Basically, just subtract the price of the stock minus the price of the warrant, and that's going to be basically the price of the warrant, more or less. There's some little calculations in there otherwise. And the warrants are exchangeable only from the company's treasury. So if you, unlike a options contract where an options writer has shares, and if you exercise the contract, the option writer has to provide the shares to you. With a warrant, the warrant is guaranteed by the company. So if you have a warrant and you exercise it, the company itself, their treasury is issuing you the share for that warrant. So there you go. Also, how would you recession-proof a small company? Have it buy Tootsie Roll, because for some reason Tootsie Roll never dies in a bad economy, even though Tootsie Rolls are not delicious. Tootsie Pops are delicious to get to the Tootsie Roll. I guess inverse indexes while the bad stuff is happening, and then flip around and buy the main indexes after you feel like it's bottomed out. If you are a business, like if you don't have investment money for your company to recession proof yourself in your business, I would focus on refinancing debts when interest rates drop. So if you had to take out business loans and they're at 6% right now, when interest rates drop when the bottom of the market falls out, look for ways to refinance at low rates, 1%, 2%, whatever. What things do people like in recessions? I'm trying to think of the places that were successful in like 2009. Back then, bars were successful. Bars were largely recession-proof for a long time because, when people are good times are rolling, they go out and they drink and celebrate. When the bad times are here, they go out and drink and drown their sorrows, right? So the bars were largely unaffected by this. But with post-COVID and post-Ozempic, Wegovy, etc., alcohol consumption is way down. Also, in addition to the fact that marijuana is legal now, alcohol consumption across the U.S. is down like 40-something%. So bars might not even be a safe bet in a recession economy anymore. What other safe bets are there, Kitty? You think of anything? Drugs? Kitty says drugs. Become a drug dealer because people like drugs. So there you go. There's a way to recession-proof your company. Drugs. Right, you little stoner. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just provide catnip. He'll be there. He'll pay. He'll sell his body to you for it. Yogi says, well, Tootsie Rolls are incredible. Send other Halloween Tootsies to me. Sure. Staple products and escapism. Video games traditionally do well because they're cheap entertainment. Like if you can't afford to go on vacation, like, oh, I can't afford to go somewhere, you can buy a video game and get yourself 40 hours of playtime out of a good video game for like $60. So video games have always done pretty well during recessions. So, yeah. Where to wander drugs. Well, I know a few people, so keep that in mind. See? Recession proof. Attaining oneness with the whole passport thing, why even visit other states to support it? California, Washington, Oregon, or we will now start the Postman future. Yeah. Actually, the Postman probably would have been a better film if Robert Redford had been in it. Anyway, Yeah, it's very Soviet. The whole like, you no longer have passport because we don't like things you say. None of my green chats. I want to escape, but I can't leave my aging family. This is why last summer, after the Biden debate was a giant disaster, I told my parents, I was like, look, your homes will never be worth more than they are right now. Sell them and let's GTFO. And they're like, oh, ha ha ha, so funny. I'm like, no, really. You know, my mom lives in a basement condo. That basement condo is probably worth about $700,000. At least it was last summer. It's paid off. So that's $700,000 profit, right, that she gets. My dad lives in a double wide manufactured home that's completely paid off, right? He could probably sell it on this island for $800,000-900,000. Profit, all just profit. It's just cash. They had, both of them are former government employees on government pensions. And if Doge was continuing the way it is, it looked like government pensions were just going to get the axe, and that was going to be it. And who knows what happens to Social Security. So it'd be nice to have, you know, collectively for them and another $1.7 million. You can go to a first world nation in the Mediterranean where the weather's nice, the water's warm much of the year. You can buy a beautiful house on the water with a pool and a guest house and lots of bedrooms for $400,000. So you'd still have like 1.2 million to play with or invest and do whatever. Plus you've got your pensions, right? And Social Security. It seems like a no-brainer. My mom's like, but what about the grandchildren? The grandchildren live like right over there. A ferry boat right away. She sees them twice a year. Like, would you want the grandkids to come enjoy your pool in Portugal and they could spend like weeks at a time hanging out? I think they would like that too. But no, they just thought I was joking, and we get into the meat of this administration. They're like, fuck, why didn't we do that? I mean, they can still sell. I don't think they'll be able to sell for the prices they would have last year. It'll take a lot longer to sell, but that's the way it is. Okay, where am I? I gotta scroll all the way back up here. I'm not even close to the start of the show here. Hot Bucket Rebel. Well, now that my Orioles are out, I'll be rooting for the Mariners if got family on Mercer Island. Oh, I got family on Mercer Island. Yay. Go Mariners. Woo! Get that American League West pennant. It's been a while since we had one. And Hot Bucket Rebel, hope you'll get a World Series. Wouldn't that be nice, since we're the only team to never make an appearance in the World Series? Ever. The offense has been on a tear these last 9 games. That's good. Julio Rodriguez, his second half of the season numbers are like the 5th best in the league. He is a cold start who somehow finishes with 30 home runs and 100 RBIs in the season, and I don't know how he does that, all just like in the month of August. I think it's a well-built team for the playoffs, and we'll see where it goes from there. The Europeans are like, woke up early for this, or went to bed late for this. Snare alert! Oh, using NASDAQ 100 and S&P futures again, barcoding hard in the aftermarket. Yeah, they were barcoding insanely last night and this morning. Let's see. No, that is not showing me. Okay. Let's do how come you're not showing it to me? There we go. Oh, it's not showing me the barcoding here. Why did you show me barcoding? Not seeing what I saw last night. That's the futures. Investing.com. Why are you not showing me the stuff? Oh, what TradeView has for us. Well, I'm not seeing it yet. If you have it, send it to me. I'm not seeing quite what it should be doing. I can show you what it was like last night. Come on. Go there. Open. Go to the messages. Click on that. Go to... Here we go. Yeah. So this is what it was doing yesterday in pre-market. Bomb, 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 bomb. And that's S&P 500. And then the NASDAQ 100 doing exactly the same thing. Like, what weirdness is this? This is a jump of $58 in between these. Basically bouncing up and down, $58. It's insane. That's what even is that? It's bonkers. I don't get it. I don't understand. When shenanigans happen, you get barcoding like that. So, yeah. Okay. J-Dog, G3 solar flare coming. Solar flare coming. Nice. Polestar, Epstein stuff fading away. Like I said, we will see World War III before we see those files. Yeah, Kash Patel came out today and said, well, trafficking charges against Epstein never would have stuck because he just trafficked them to himself. It doesn't qualify as trafficking. Fuck you, Kash Patel. That's what I have to say. That's now a Mann Act violation. If you're transporting underage women for the purposes of sex across state lines, that's the Mann Act. You could have charged him for that, you dumbass. Also, there's 100 victims who talked about how he gave his women to other people, how he used modeling agencies to bring women from overseas to America to have sex with them, which is being part of a trafficking network. That he and Trump were the only clients of particularly modeling agencies and would have women just come and like stand around and be poked and prodded by them. Not for like pictures in magazines, but just for the two of these men to ogle at them. Seems to me like there's multiple men involved for sure. If you take a young Virginia Giuffre and you send her to the UK to go have sex with Prince Andrew, that's trafficking. So fuck you, Kash Patel, you cross-eyed, bug-eyed weirdo. He went from loose Epstein files to like, nothing here, folks. Sellout. Just so many douchebags. Melania's trafficked, no doubt. Oh yeah. Yeah, she was brought in by one of those model guys. Was apparently Jeffrey Epstein's plaything first, and then Trump got to play with her. And the first time they had sex was on the Lolita Express. So the first time Trump had sex with his now wife was in the bedroom in the back of the plane of the Lolita Express owned by Epstein. So she was brought on a genius visa because I think she claimed she had an architecture degree, but she'd never been to college. So there's your immigration fraud right there that no one will ever talk about. Yeah. Sloppy seconds, Trump. Yes. Chris Taylor, when will SPY start trending down? I keep trying to time puts, and I keep getting humbled. Probably after all the quarter two reporting is done, because the quarter two reports are phenomenal. Because remember, they spent all their money in quarter one to buy stuff to fill their warehouses to avoid the tariffs. And then quarter two, they had no expenditures, and they could just sell things. So the gap between the normal spending and their profit was just gigantic. So quarter two reporting looks fantastic. I think what we're seeing now is we are starting to see the underlying issues of the slowdown in manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, liquidity in the market, banks having to realize losses, etc. And come end of quarter three, I think is when we'll start to get, which is the end of this month. Quarter three ends at the end of this month. And then it's October, November, December for quarter four. And that's when construction slows down. Quarter three, we'll have a whole bunch of purchases being made while the tariffs are doing their thing. China looks like they're getting another 90-day delay on the tariffs while the TikTok thing gets done. And no, all you weirdos and Edwin Barsek and those folks, GameStop has nothing to do with purchasing TikTok. A company with $10 billion in cash cannot purchase a $500 billion company. So it's going to a giant consortium of some very wealthy people, including Larry Ellison and Oracle and all that. So, yeah, some really, 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 really rich people. But for some reason, they're keeping the CCCP algorithm on TikTok. So they're extricating this company from China because it's a threat. But the thing that makes it a threat, which is the algorithm, we're going to keep that. Because why mess with a good thing, right? We're the dumbest people on planet Earth. So, Larry Dubs, Houston. The education I received this week about the Groper community is insert mind exploding emoji. Transmaxing? It's also fascinating. What are your thoughts? Groypers are terrible, and they pop into my mentions quite frequently. Every time I've gone viral, I've had hundreds of Groypers pop in there. And all you can do about them is just block, 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 block. Because they're little Nazis. And they're weird Nazis who don't really have much of an ethos other than like internet trolling Nazism. So they have nothing to offer society. There's a whole reason why they're all incels is because they give everybody the heebie-jeebies. The fact that they're not getting laid is basically sexual selection at this point. It is a way to maintain humanity's humanity, and everyone's doing them a favor by not allowing their genes to pass on. So yeah, no, they are sucky little shit sticks, and they're all terrible. Every Groyper is an awful person. And as Oscar Wilde said, sometimes, what's the quote? Sometimes men benefit the world by not being in it, or by no longer being in it. That's my feeling about Groypers. If you just snapped your fingers and they just vanished overnight, there'd be a lot of people out there who suddenly had really great days and couldn't quite put the finger on why. That's what it comes down to. These little Nazi incels are little horrible douchebags, and no one's going to show up to their funerals because they're all like little anonymous trolls on 4chan, so no one actually knows who they are, and they just blink out one day. Well, Anon's gone. Oh well, and that's it. The people around them, the girl at the coffee stand, the grocery checker, the convenience store person, the mail delivery person, like seriously, they're all going to have wonderful days and not know why. Because the little shit trolls just disappeared, and after that, they just never thought about them again. That's just kind of where it is. Oh, I gotta get going. Yeah. Kitty cat, anything to add? I don't know what time I'm going to do a show tomorrow. Tomorrow's my monthly go have lunch with my aunt day, and hopefully we have some great weather for it. So evening time, probably a little later than this show currently is right now. So look forward to that. And I'm sure there'll be more weird, awful stuff for us to talk about tomorrow. So, woohoo! Intro number 2.
Houston, we have a problem.
One last note, Where to Wander says, not getting laid is no excuse for being an asshole. 100%. But each one of those guys, their mommies told them they were special handsome boys, and they've ingrained that into their personality. I'm a special handsome boy, and I deserve to get laid. And no, you don't. Your mom has terrible choices. Her picker's really bad. So keep that in mind, incels. All right. Peace out.